Justice for Roodepoort Youth Awareness March to the Roodepoort Police Station will get underway later on this morning. So Thabiso Sithole, who's been following this story since the beginning, is attending the march this morning. He's out and about where I think the march is about to begin. We'll get the details from him where, just on a much lighter note, I believe that you're starting to feel those flakes that we've been anticipating today. Thabiso, talk to us firstly about the weather and then the more serious issue about this march that's expected to take place today.
Good morning, Leanne, and once again, good morning to our SABC News as well as Morning Live viewers. Yes, it is flaking. It is starting to flake. The heavens above look grey, as you can see. And as we were speaking about the weather, he forgot to tell Joburgers it might snow. It literally feels like it might snow this morning. As I said, this morning, Joburgers, well, most of us woke up to a slight drizzle, slight rain, and bringing us to why we're here today. The women who are about to march in remembrance of Thabiso Sithole, the story, as you said, Leanne, we've been covering for quite some time now. And I think it's become a bit of a sad state of affairs that at least every year for the past 4 years, there's one profile case of a woman that has been killed at the hands of a loved one, or GBV as it were. And this one of Thabiso Sithole captivated South African minds, captivated everyone's minds in regards to how she passed away at 8 months pregnant, at 28 years old. And today, women of South Africa in this area of West Rand of Johannesburg are marching to say, look, it could happen to anyone, and they're remembering Thabiso Sithole. Lerato, let me start with you, Ma. Thank you very much for joining us. You're out in the cold, you're braving this cold weather like the youth of 1976
yes.
who stood up to an unjust system.
Yeah.
This is what the plan is today.
Yes. That is the plan today. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be marching from Horizon Village outside the center to the Horizon Police Station. And what we are marching for is Thabiso Sithole, who was brutally murdered at 8 months pregnant and was hung under a tree at Durban Deep. So today we just want to spread awareness and go to the police station and just let them know that we want Thabiso's perpetrators to be arrested. We want the president to declare femicide a national crisis. Like, we also want the same way that the law enforcement was deployed for COVID-19 is the same way we want them to be redeployed onto the streets to actually protect us as females, because we are no longer safe. So we just want to spread awareness. And because this is such this case hits home, because we went to high school with Thabiso, hence we took the decision to organize this march, because personally myself, I didn't fathom how big femicide was and gender-based violence was until actually it hit someone that we actually knew, that we actually went to high school with, and like we just cannot get over it. Hence we just thought that we need to do this. We need her name. We can't be silent anymore. We need people to say her name, to say Thabiso Sithole, and understand what brutality happened to her. So that's why we're doing this today, just to spread awareness, just to also tell females that we are no longer safe. We just need to keep protecting ourselves, because the men that are actually supposed to protect us are the ones that are actually killing us.
Lerato, we know the numbers. The numbers speak, Leanne, as well, about 2,900 odd females die at the hand of femicide in South Africa. This is the stat, obviously, from around 2018. And it's a dying shame, if you can put it that way, that so many women, Palisa, die at the hands of men, gender-based violence, and children as well, young children. It's South Africans have almost become numb to this, but they shouldn't be. It is a bad thing.
It is. And today we're saying we're tired. We want to stand and fight this. The police must be on the street. They must protect us at any level, because of now we're even afraid of our own brothers, our own fathers, because we don't know who is the next victim. She might be the next victim. I might be the next victim. It actually makes me so emotional to speak about this. It really does.
The question I asked a couple of days ago when we did the night vigil of Thabiso out in Soweto, I asked one of the people who are there, young ladies such as yourself, and I said, what do us as men need to do? It's easy to say we'll march as men. It's easy to say not in our name as men. But maybe the question should be, what do us as men do from women who are taking up this cause?
I think what men need to do, because as females, I know someone who's either been raped, who's currently being violated, who's been killed. She knows someone. But the funny thing is, when you speak to men, they automatically say that they don't know anybody. So I think they need to now be more conscious of what is happening. They need to start speaking. I think every man knows that what they're doing to either their wives, their girlfriends. They know that. So I think they need to start speaking more. They need to start having the same discussions that we're having. If you have I think men are also afraid of each other. You understand? Because you have this macho, I don't know, culture that you guys have. So I think if you know of anybody that is violating their woman, that is violating their kids, that is doing anything that has to do with femicide or gender-based violence, I think you need to call them out. Don't be afraid to call them out. I think basically that's it. Call them out. March as we, like you're saying, it's not only to march, but call them out, march as we are marching, and just spread awareness. Speak about it. Stop the silence, and also just stop. I think what in relationships at times people tend to beat their woman up and then not speak about it, and it's just a topic that's not touched. I think once your husband or your boyfriend beats you up, I think, and if it's difficult to leave the situation, you guys need to now speak about it, because I also think as much as gender-based violence is bad and the men are violating us, I also do think that it's how they were brought up. You understand? We come from backgrounds that we see our fathers beating our mothers, and it gets entrenched in their brains, and they end up developing that, and they end up doing that, because kids don't do what they hear, they do what they see. So it's like that. When your kid sees you doing something like that, they're going to grow up. And the guys that I know and the men that I know that have beaten their woman up, their dads have beaten their woman up as well. So I think that's that. We should, as mothers also, because there's also a saying that says, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. So I think if you go home and love your family and take care of your kids and raise your boy child to be the greatest gentleman ever, I think then we could have at least somehow started to curb this whole pandemic, as I should call it.
So it's a societal issue, as it were. But Lisa, just give us a rundown. What should we expect today? We know that the Roodepoort Police Station is not too far from here. It's about 3 kilometers. The numbers of people you're expecting to join you on this march this morning?
Plus minus 100 people that are going to be coming, and it's going to be hectic because the police have been calling the organizers for the past 3 days, trying to stop us from going, and we were fighting them, actually saying, why are they not using the same energy to find the perpetrators and actually arrest them? So it's going to be hectic. It's just going to be hectic.
Lisa Lerato, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Well, Leanne, there you have it. We're expecting, as the ladies have just said, 100 to 150 or so females or whoever will come out to march down to the Roodepoort Police Station. With regards to what the cause is for, it's remembering those women who've died at the hands of their men, GBV in particular. The numbers, as you heard, the President as well speaking about it. We've heard Parliament speaking about it, that we need to do something to curb the harm and the killing of our women at the hands of the people who are supposed to protect them the most. With that, Leanne, hopefully when the march does begin, you'll come back to us and we'll give you some more information with that regard. For now, I'll hand matters back to you in studio.
All right, thanks very, very much to Thabiso Sithole, who is out there in Roodepoort following this particular march, set to start at 9 o'clock. We'll, I'm sure, either cross during Morning Live or in the next program to update you on it.